Episode 2, Extinguishing the Fire of Suffering, the ultimate medicine of the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. Opening, our shared predicament, the inescapable dukkha. Right now, somewhere in this city, someone is lying awake in the dark. Imagine this. A sudden wave of anxiety wells up when you're alone late at night. You can't explain where it comes from, but it's real heavy, like a stone pressing on your chest, a lingering resentment after a conflict. You know you should let it go, but your mind is like a broken recorder, replaying the conversations over and over, and with every replay, the wound tears open again. Or chasing a goal with everything you've got, only to feel empty once you finally reach it. You thought happiness waited at the mountaintop, but standing there, you find yourself wondering, and now what? Or when the body begins to falter, the quiet fear of aging and illness. That moment, you realize for the first time, my body no longer listens to me. Time, you discover, only ever moves in one direction. These experiences may look different, but they all point to the same question. 2.5 millennia ago, the Buddha used a single word to capture it all, with surgical precision. Dukkha, often translated as suffering. But listen carefully. The Buddha was not a pessimist, nor did he ask you to accept your fate. He was a physician of the human condition. Thorough, rational, and unsentimental. Like a master doctor, he did 4 things. 1. Diagnose the illness. Something in your life truly hurts. 2. Identified the cause, where the suffering comes from. 3. Gave hope. This illness can be cured. 4. Prescribed treatment, a path of recovery. This is the medicine we're about to receive today. Handed down for 2,600 years. The Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. This is not religious dogma. This is not motivational fluff. It is a tested, replicable, and actionable system for solving the problems of being human. Today, let us open this ancient prescription together. Part 1. The Four Noble Truths. Buddhism's 4 great medical principles. After awakening beneath the Bodhi tree, the Buddha first taught at a place called Sarnath, in the deer park. To the 5 companions who had once trained with him, he delivered his first teaching, the turning of the wheel of Dharma. And the first thing he taught was this, the 4 Noble Truths. 1. The first noble truth, the truth of dukkha. Diagnosis, the reality of dissatisfaction. This is the diagnosis. Suffering exists. Many people recoil at this, but I have plenty of happiness in my life. How can everything be suffering? The Buddha's dukkha is not just pain or sadness. A more accurate sense is incomplete, unstable, unable to fully satisfy. Life is like moving water, never still. Yet we keep trying to freeze it in place. The gap between reality and our demands for permanence is where suffering is born. The Buddha described 3 layers of suffering. 1. The suffering of suffering, obvious pain, illness, heartbreak, failure, losing loved ones. No philosophy needed. The suffering is immediate and undeniable. 2. The suffering of change, when joy turns sour. Waiting all year for a vacation, thrilled the first 2 days, bored by the 3rd. A promotion brings joy and anxiety takes its place. Pleasure never promised permanence. Ice cream melts. Spring blossoms wilt. We hurt because we expect what is fragile to stay unbroken. 3. The suffering of conditioning, the subtle instability of existence. Even when everything is fine, stable job, healthy body, peaceful home, there's still a faint background unease. Like walking across a sturdy bridge, knowing it won't last forever. This is not neurosis. It is wisdom whispering, everything that arises will change. And yet, we keep trying to clutch the river and stop its flow. That effort, that refusal to let life be life, creates the deepest suffering. This is the first noble truth. Acknowledging reality is not defeat. It is the first act of courage. 2. The second noble truth, the origin of suffering. Root cause, the assembly line of suffering. Suffering isn't random. It is constructed piece by piece. The Buddha identified the engine that builds suffering. Tanhā, craving. Not just wanting, but compulsively needing. If I don't get this, I will break. There are 3 types. 1. Craving for pleasure, chasing sensory satisfaction. Food, beauty, status, comfort. The wardrobe is full, but one new luxury item feels like salvation. The thrill fades. The craving returns. Desire is a black hole. It never says enough. 2. Craving for being, clinging to identity, status, importance. I must matter. I must be seen. I must prove myself. Self-worth becomes a hostage to titles and validation. When the labels fall away, we panic. Without them, who am I? 3. Craving for non-being, the desire to vanish, escape, or numb out, drifting into virtual worlds, alcohol, distraction, not solving pain, just trying to destroy the one who feels it. The heartbreak of, I just don't want to be here anymore. 3 fires, each fueled by the word I, and the refusal to let go. The Buddha compared this to a leaking vessel. We keep pouring in water without ever repairing the hole, then blame the universe for our emptiness. The container isn't lacking water. It's lacking integrity. This is the second noble truth. Suffering is not punishment. It is misunderstood reality colliding with unreasonable expectations. It must be this way is a match thrown into dry grass. 3. The third noble truth, cessation, recovery. Suffering can end. Here lies the turning point. Can this illness be cured? The Buddha's answer, yes, completely. This is Nirvāṇa, the stopping, the extinguishing. Nirvāṇa literally means to blow out, like extinguishing a candle. Not the death of a person, but the death of the fire that burns them. Anger may still arise, but no longer commands obedience. Desire may appear, but its chain has been cut. Life remains impermanent, but no longer terrifies. Nirvāṇa is not indifference. It is lucid freedom. You still work, love, build, care, but you no longer drown in what you touch. You see the storm, but you are not the storm. This is not fantasy. It is a lived reality achieved by countless practitioners. 4. The fourth noble truth, the path. The treatment plan, a road to liberation. So how do we walk from suffering to cessation? Through the Noble Eightfold Path. Not 8 separate roads, but one road with 8 components, like parts of a vehicle. Remove one, and the journey stalls. They fall into 3 trainings: ethics, Allah, purifying action, concentration, samadhi, stabilizing the mind, wisdom, prajna, seeing reality clearly. Together, they form a complete path. From confusion to clarity. From compulsion to freedom. Now let us open this prescription and begin.